Alright, so here's my back rotor. So I'm gonna switch out and put some bigger rotor on here. So this caliper here, the stock caliper, and this is the club model, right? So the stock caliper here has 2 bolts. So these are 14 millimeters holding it, one on top and one on bottom. So yeah, so those two. So let me position this so I could get in there, so the camera's not in my way. So I'm using 14 millimeter deep socket, so that way I have a little bit more space, hopefully, to get to it. Otherwise, the regular socket, it'll get in there, but you don't have space for your wrench, right? So it's pretty tight. It felt pretty tight. I should have unscrewed it with my torque wrench, just so I can see how much torque there is. The instructions actually don't tell you what the torque is for this racing brake is the one that came out with this larger kit here, but they don't give you instruction on how much torque the thing actually is. They just say, oh, spec, tighten it to manufacturer spec, which is cool and all, but you know, they should have did their homework and see what the manufacturer spec was. So here I have it on 80 foot-pounds. So basically that's for the lug nuts. Let's see, should I even have space? Man, there's like no space in there. So that's tightening, it's loosening. Let's see how much torque it takes to break this thing loose. So usually it doesn't take as much torque to break something loose as it does to tighten. Loosening usually takes about, I think it's only like 90% or 80% of the torque to loosen it than it does to tighten. You know, if you tighten, for example, if you tighten something to 100 foot-pounds, it only takes like 90 foot-pounds or 80 foot-pounds maybe to loosen it. I think it's more. I think it's closer to only 10% difference. So tightening is 100, loosening would be 90. So I'm gonna loosen this up. Okay, that took 49 foot-pounds to loosen it. So torquing it up, it was probably 49 foot-pounds to loosen it. Tightening it up is probably gonna be. Let's see, 49. Tightening is probably gonna be more. It's interesting that numbers like that. You know, if I compare it to the Goodwin on the front caliper, Goodwin only says 35 for the bolts, the original location, and for their new location further out is 25. I thought that was kind of low for the size of that bolt. I'm gonna have to somehow find the proper service manual and double check on that, because that still seems kind of low to me. But did they say to use Loctite on there? So that will help prevent it from backing out, basically. Take the bottom one all the way out. So there's not much angle in here. So it's gonna take a little socketing, a while for the socket wrench. Again, there's only, looks like there's only about 35 degrees of swing on the socket wrench. So that's not much. If that's loose enough, I can just go in there with my bare hands and spin it. Yeah, it's loose enough. So this bolt here is definitely smaller than the front caliper bolts. But the front caliper bolts, Baldwin, why did I keep on saying Baldwin? Goodwin says 35 for the original location, and the new location was 25. I thought when I did that, I thought it was kind of low, but I was like, I didn't really question that. I figured, they know what they're doing. But I'm gonna have to double check. It's always good to double check and look up the actual numbers. So looking at this thread here, I see no nothing on it. So basically, it has no Loctite on it. No type of thread locker. Surprised how much resistance this thing still has. It still feels like it has a whole bunch of resistance. I need to get a block to support this when it drops down. Let me go grab a block real fast. So I have my wooden blocks here. A couple wooden blocks. That should be enough to prevent the caliper from dangling. And you don't want to dangle the caliper from the brake lines, because that's how you damage the brake lines. Man, this thing is still pretty tight for being backed out most of the way already. Actually, the parking brake's still on. Parking brake is still on, so this thing ain't moving. It's clamped shut. You need to go in there and shut off the parking brake before it, take it off. I wonder if that's what's giving me the resistance. It's the parking brakes. That could be it. Instead of this thing being free floating when the parking brake's off, when it's on, I think that's what's giving me that resistance. I should have disengaged the parking brake. I don't even have my keys with me, so I can't even open the door. So from the factory, this rotor, the thickness, with the parking brake, that was what's giving it all that tension. See how it just kind of buckled a little bit? That's because it was the parking brake. So this thickness of the rotor here is from factory. I believe I didn't measure myself, but everyone, the different brake makers, they say it's 9.5 millimeters. The one I have is supposed to be 12, I think. So definitely thicker. But I could do that in a minute. But anyway, so let me stop the video now and find my keys, and so I could release the parking brakes.